Well, 3 weeks from today, President Trump will be inaugurated, and I very much look forward to getting behind that podium. He has put together a team of exceptionally qualified individuals to serve in both the White House and across the federal government in his cabinet, and I'm so excited to get to work with.
Behind every great political figure lies an untold story, but this one is more surprising than you could ever imagine. Karoline Leavitt's journey to the White House is just as remarkable as her family's incredible backstory. When people found out who Trump's new press secretary is married to, they couldn't believe it. Karoline Leavitt's rapid rise to power has been a source of fascination for months, but now attention is turning to the man who stole her heart. Their story intertwines ambition, resilience, and an extraordinary bond that has taken Washington by storm. Karoline's roots are star in the making. Karoline Leavitt's story begins in the town of Atkinson, New Hampshire, where she was born on August 24, 1997. Growing up in a small community offered Karoline a strong sense of belonging and values that would shape her future. Her parents worked hard, instilling in Karoline an early understanding of resilience, the importance of a job, and the value of connecting with people. These lessons laid the foundation for the optimism and tenacity she would later bring to her political career. From a young age, Karoline stood out as a natural leader. She exuded confidence, whether organizing school events, participating in community activities, or mentoring younger students. Her hometown of Atkinson, known for its tight-knit community and New England charm, gave her a solid grounding. Teachers and friends remember her as someone who radiated energy and positivity, a can-do attitude that made her a standout figure long before she entered politics. Even then, Karoline possessed an uncanny ability to connect with others, a trait that would later make her a highly effective communicator. On one of the world's biggest stages, her formative years at Central Catholic High School in Lawrence, Massachusetts, further highlighted her drive and determination. As an athlete, she thrived on the softball field, earning recognition for her teamwork and discipline. Her athletic success culminated in a scholarship to St. Anne College, but Karoline's aspirations extended far beyond sports. She balanced her rigorous academic and athletic commitments, all the while developing an interest in public service. At school, she began paying close attention to political developments, particularly the rise of Donald Trump. Even before she could vote, she was captivated by his unfiltered rhetoric and promises to make America great again. The Leavitt household often engaged in lively debates around the dinner table, where politics was a frequent topic of discussion. Her parents encouraged independent thinking, pushing her to research issues and articulate her opinions with conviction. This family dynamic would prepare her for the tough questions she would one day face behind the press podium. Karoline has often credited her small-town upbringing and the values instilled by her parents for her success. Even her choice of a life partner reflects her foundation in valuing grit and determination. You won't believe who Trump's new press secretary is married to until you consider how her roots shaped the person she's become. Ambitious, grounded, and ready to take on the world, which ultimately influenced who she would marry. Real estate mogul Nick Riccio. Long before Karoline and Nick Riccio met, though, she was already building a solid foundation for a thriving political career. The college years building a foundation. Karoline Leavitt's college years at St. Anselm College in New Hampshire marked a transformative period where her talents and ambitions began to truly shine. While most college students are busy navigating newfound independence, Caroline was already laying the groundwork for her future in politics. And secretary in Trump's campaign, but Caroline wasn't content to simply excel academically. She wanted to make an impact on campus. In her sophomore year, she founded Street Annals' first ever broadcasting club, a move that showcased her entrepreneurial spirit and desire to create opportunities for others. The club became a platform for students to engage in journalism, media production, and public speaking skills that Caroline herself was already mastering. This initiative not only cemented her reputation as a leader but also revealed her knack for building teams and fostering collaboration traits that would later make her an asset in the Trump administration. It was during these years that Caroline's political ideology began to take shape. Unlike many of her peers, she was an outspoken supporter of Donald Trump, even as his policies and rhetoric sparked controversy on college campuses. Nationwide, Caroline wrote op-eds defending Trump's travel ban and critiquing media bias, earning her both admiration and criticism from fellow students and faculty. She didn't shy away from the debates that followed. Instead, she thrived on them, using the opportunity to refine her arguments and stand her ground. This unapologetic commitment to her beliefs is undoubtedly what landed her in the position she finds herself in today. Her college years also introduced her to the balancing act of ambition and relationships. While she hadn't yet met Nick Riccio, the resilience she demonstrated during this time paralleled his own story of overcoming adversity. Both shared an ability to rise above challenges and become successful, even when people doubted them. After leaving college, Caroline took a brave leap into politics, determined to enter into a career she was truly passionate about. Entering politics, Caroline's career takes off. Caroline Litt's leap into politics was as bold and determined as the person she is. Straight out of St. Anselm College, armed with her degrees, she headed straight for the heart of the action, Washington, D.C. It was here that her passion for public service and her talent for communication collided, launching a career that would make history. But this isn't just a story about politics. Caroline's meteoric rise is deeply intertwined with the person she eventually married. Although neither of them knew one another at this time, they already had a shared grit and resilience that was fueling their ascent. Caroline began her political journey with an internship at the White House under President Donald Trump. It was a daunting yet thrilling environment for someone fresh out of college, but Caroline thrived. Her ability to craft clear, concise messages quickly caught the attention of senior staff. She demonstrated an instinctive understanding of Trump's unorthodox communication style, one that prioritized directness and connection with the American public. These formative experiences gave her an insider view of the fast-paced world of political messaging and prepared her for the spotlight she would later occupy. Her role as an intern eventually grew into a more prominent position on the White House communications team, where she worked under then Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany. McEnany's mentorship was pivotal for Caroline, teaching her how to navigate the intense pressure of press briefings and the relentless scrutiny of the media. During this time, Caroline honed her skills in crafting persuasive narratives, a talent that would later set her apart in the cutthroat world of political communications. After her time in the White House, Caroline's career took another significant turn when she joined the staff of New York Representative Elise Stephanie. In her role as Stephan's communications director, she developed a Reputation for being fiercely loyal. Highly strategic and unafraid to tackle challenging media landscapes these qualities were making people even double her age sit up and take notice she was taking the communications world by storm, and Trump saw a passion and determination in her that he knew would be an asset to his team if he was to ever become president. Again, her ambition didn't stop there. In 2022, Caroline made the audacious decision to run for Congress in New Hampshire's 1st congressional district. At just 25 years old, she became the youngest female Republican nominee in history, though she lost the general election to incumbent Chris Pappas. Her campaign captured national attention. Her ability to energize voters and deliver compelling speeches reinforced her status as a rising star within the Republican Party. Caroline's political journey mirrors the resilience of her husband Nick Rio. Like Nick's rise from homelessness to building a multi-million-dollar real estate empire, Caroline's career reflects her willingness to take risks and overcome obstacles together. They embody a shared spirit of ambition and determination. The helm, but Caroline's success goes beyond her age. Her appointment represents a fusion of skill, determination, and trust from a former president who values loyalty and boldness, and as her remarkable story unfolds, people naturally want to know more about the young woman who is about to become an integral part of Trump's team. Questions about her marriage began to surface, and people got a huge shock when they realized who the new press secretary was. Married to when Donald Trump announced Caroline's appointment, he praised her as smart, tough, and highly effective. These words reflect the qualities that propelled her to this role. Her ability to communicate with clarity and conviction had been on full display during her time as his national campaign press secretary, where she fiercely defended Trump's policies and his vision for America. Caroline was not just a spokesperson but a strategist who understood how to connect with Trump's voter base. Her speeches and media appearances often conveyed the same passion and directness that defined Trump's approach, making her a natural choice for the position. However, stepping into the role of White House press secretary will be no easy feat. The position comes with immense pressure, requiring Caroline to serve as the face of the administration in front of a sometimes hostile press corps. Unlike Trump's previous press secretaries, Caroline faces the additional challenge of representing a president known for taking center stage himself, yet people have no doubt she'll manage to carve out her own identity in the role, balancing the responsibility of being a spokesperson with the need to reflect Trump's sometimes unconventional communication style. What sets Caroline apart is her composure under fire. She has faced tough questions from reporters with poise and confidence, earning respect even from those who may disagree with her politically. Her ability to maintain control of press briefings and stay on message shows she has a deep understanding of the job. As someone who grew up in the digital age, Caroline has also embraced social media as a tool for communication, ensuring that the administration's message reaches a broad audience. Her tenure as press secretary has also been shaped by her personal life. As a young mother and wife, Caroline brings a level of relatability that resonates with many Americans. Her husband shares her story of resilience and ambition. Their partnership symbolizes the power of determination, a theme that runs through both her professional and personal lives. However, despite everything that Caroline has achieved, which considering her age is remarkable, it's Nick Rico who perhaps has the more interesting story. When People learned who Trump's new press secretary is married to. They got a huge surprise. Who is Trump's new press secretary married to? For someone as public-facing and outspoken as Karoline Leavitt, her choice of a life partner might surprise you. It's a pairing that's as unexpected as it is heartwarming. While Karoline thrives under the spotlight as a trailblazing political figure, her husband Nicholas Rio prefers to remain in the background, avoiding the public eye entirely. Their marriage is a fascinating blend of opposites, a dynamic public servant married to a reserved real estate mogul who shuns social media and values privacy above all else. Karoline and Nick first crossed paths through what she describes as a mutual friend at a political function. It was an environment that highlighted their differing worlds. Karoline, a rising political star with a gift for Karoline, wrote in a heartfelt social media post, her admiration for Nick is clear and their partnership is built on mutual respect and understanding. Nick's decision to remain firmly behind the scenes allows Karoline to shine in her public role, while she in turn honors his design for privacy by keeping details of their life together largely out of the public eye. The idea of a press secretary, someone who thrives on communication and visibility, marrying someone who avoids social media and prefers a quiet life, might seem unlikely, yet that's precisely what makes their relationship so intriguing. Nick's success story shows the grit and determination of a man determined to build a better life for himself. Their relationship underscored scarce the idea that success isn't about fitting into a mold, but about finding someone who complements your journey, even when at first glance they seem like your polar opposite. Nick Rio's incredible journey from struggles to success. Nick Rio's journey is one of quiet determination, grit, and eventual triumph. While many know him today as a highly successful real estate mogul with an impressive portfolio across New England, few understand the effort and perseverance it took to get there. Married to one of the most visible figures in modern politics, Nick remains an enigmatic figure, preferring to let his work do the talking while avoiding the spotlight his wife so effortlessly commands. Nick's success story is not the result of shortcuts or inherited wealth. Rather, it is the product of years of dedication, strategic thinking, and a relentless work ethic. He began his career with a vision to transform neglected properties into thriving, sought-after spaces. What started with one house has now become a thriving business over time. His efforts paid off as he steadily built a real estate empire known for revitalizing neighborhoods and creating clean modern living. The new press secretary and her husband. What's next for Karoline Leavitt and Nick Riccio as Karoline Leavitt continues to make history as Donald Trump's youngest ever White House press secretary? The road ahead for her and her husband Nick Rio promises to be just as dynamic as their journey so far. Together they form a power couple who represent ambition and determination in both public and private life. While Karoline's current role places her at the forefront of American politics, Nick remains a powerful force behind the scenes, focusing on his successful real estate business and supporting his family in quieter but equally impactful ways. As a family, Karoline and Nick are determined to provide a stable foundation for their son Nico while carving out their own legacy in their respective fields. Their contrasting personalities, Karoline's extroverted, public-facing approach and Nick's introverted behind-the-scenes focus, create a unique dynamic that keeps them grounded as they navigate life under an intense spotlight. So what's next for this Extraordinary couple will Caroline. Political career propel her into even higher positions of influence, and how will their shared journey continue to surprise and inspire? One thing is certain, their story is only just beginning. What do you think lies ahead for this remarkable duo? Were you surprised to find out who Trump's new press secretary is married to? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.